Welcome to the Mob Jazz podcast. Please be aware that the content of this podcast is primarily social commentary and represents the personal opinions of the hosts and guests. It is not intended to be a statement of fact or an official stance on any issues discussed. This podcast is for entertainment and informational purposes only. We encourage listeners to seek out professional advice for any factual matters or decisions. Listener discretion is advised.
Brother, we have so much to discuss today, man. Welcome back, guys. Today it's a two-man operation. Casper was here earlier, but it took too long for us to start, and she had prior plans. Windek isn't here today. Bro, it's been so hard for us to record, man. Since when's the last time we recorded? Maybe the week before. Maybe the week
Wednesday,
before.
I guess. Or Friday,
Wednesday. The Wednesday before Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's been a hectic festive season, festive period.
Festive period, your function. Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Did we record after the function?
Yeah, like one pod.
Yeah,
one pod, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, it's been so hard for us to record. Partly because of like all the programs during this festive period, but also because like I think guys are just a bit tired, man. Like it's been a long year.
It has been a year, bro. It has been a year.
Trying to wind it up. Yeah, man. But before all of that, remember to like, subscribe, share, comment, follow. Subscribe to our Patreon.
Yeah.
$5 a month.
Follow.
Yeah.
Do you follow me?
And follow like our socials, bro. Follow our socials.
Fair.
I've been posting on our socials in so long, but I still meet guys who only know us from TikTok, bro.
What are they watching?
I don't know. Guys be like, yo, how can we not know you? We always see you on TikTok. I'm like, bro, when's the last time we posted? I don't think we posted TikTok since like May, bro.
Yeah. It's
know.
been a while. May. Like September.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, man. Yeah, how's it been, bro?
Bro.
How's the festive,
I have
festive
cooked.
period?
That's the one thing I can say, bro. I have cooked food. So everyone went to the village. It was just, basically just me at home. My dad as well, to be fair. And the one thing I've done is cook, man. So that has been it. For some reason, this Christmas wasn't like the others. Like it was more subdued in a way. Like it was laid back. Maybe it's because everyone went to the village and I stayed.
What did you do?
I stayed home.
Alone?
Yeah, I was just watching movies, man. You know, the usuals like Home Alone, Christmas spirit movies. Yeah, I did some new entries this year. I watched Baby Genius. I'll tell you this. Those old movies were horrible, you guy.
Yeah, they all aged poorly.
No, Home Alone is the one, like the first two parts, still spectacular. The other old movies, I don't know, man.
How many parts did Home Alone have?
It has like 4, I think, 4 or 5.
And the first two were the only good ones.
Because it's the original cast. After that, these are like other renditions of the
Switching
thing.
guys
Yeah.
up. Okay.
They are not that good, to be fair. But yeah, man, I still watched some of those movies. Yesterday I was watching Sky High, bro. That's when I realized, okay, now I've overgone. Let's come back. Let's reel it in.
Yeah.
Let's reel it in. I need to get
Sky
back.
must have aged like milk, bro.
Bro, that shit, it's a horrible.
Yeah, it must have aged
It's
terribly.
bad.
Must have aged terribly.
But it was a Disney show, so movie, I guess. Disney movies.
Was it?
Yeah, it was.
Mad.
I also realized when I was rewatching, I was like, oh, Disney, interesting.
Makes sense, I guess.
But yeah, man, the graphics on that thing,
I
poor.
can imagine.
Poor.
I can imagine.
But for the nostalgia, I guess it's still alright.
Yeah.
But that's all I've done. But I've just watched movies. I was home literally every day aside yesterday. Went to Meraki, go-karting with some friends. Yeah, touched Silo for a bit, run into a few friends as well. So do say he's back.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's that. It was a good day. But good season. Very laid back, got some rest. But I worked every day aside Christmas.
Mad.
Imagine.
Mad.
So yeah, still, it was alright. You?
Bro, my Christmas was the opposite of yours, man. I spent my Christmas with my family, bro, my entire family. My dad and his siblings and their kids and us. But before Christmas, bro, like the days leading up to Christmas, I turned up a lot, bro.
Where?
I was doing a lot of turning up, bro. Like Thursday, I went for ladies' night. Terrible, bro. I'm never going back.
Yeah. It
Terrible.
was bad.
Oh my god, bro. Whoever is in charge of that ladies' night, man. What's the place called? Leboti. Leboti ladies' night. Whoever is in charge, nah.
I've never been to a terrible one. Okay, I'll tell you this. The December ones have been terrible because they're overcrowded.
Oh my god, bro.
They're overcrowded.
As an understatement.
Yeah.
And this came from a guy who enjoyed Strictly Soul, bro. So just know that when I say that this was bad, it's bad. Like,
how bad was it?
You get no service, bro. You get no service. The seating is like very scanty. The vibe was of anyway, to be fair, it seems like we came quite late, first of all.
Yep.
Well, yeah. We came late. The happy hour had already ended by the time we got there.
What time did you get there?
Like 10.
That's late.
So I guess people were mostly drunk already. So we didn't enjoy the enjoyable parts of it, I guess, of ladies' night. But I don't know why I kind of expected, since it was the festive period, for all the people who had been there earlier to just be now vibing out. And for the vibes to be good, I don't know. I don't know why I kind of expect. It was 10 p.m. 10 p.m. the vibes, like, you've had your 2 for 2 cocktails, like, you've had your wines, your da-da, and now you're just vibing. You're coasting off like it wasn't that, bro.
Nah, I'll tell you this about ladies' night. I was outside that day. No, I wasn't. Ladies' night is an early night, bro. That's all you need to know. It's an early night. The later you come, the less you'll enjoy. Okay. Unless there's like a football night as well. Because most Thursdays, there's like Europa League or something. Like, guys are there to watch football. But December has also been special because, first of all, I think people are off work. And secondly, a bunch of people from outside are also back. So it has been extra full in comparison to other times.
I don't know why I'd also kind of expect it to be funner.
I hear it. The
crowd is now more diverse. Like, it's more of a vibe, bro. I expected a better time. It wasn't fun, bro. It wasn't fun. Anyway, maybe I'll go for an earlier one day. Not soon.
Go like Feb.
Yeah, not soon. Not soon. Besides that, where else did I go? I also went to, I told you I had a wedding on Sato. My guy Mark Arthur's wedding.
Oh yeah, I also had a wedding.
Congratulations to my guy Mark. So
there were like 4 weddings that day.
That day
I could have gone
for,
man. Yeah.
So after the wedding, we kind of split. Some guys were going back to Leboti, but I was still a bit traumatized from it.
Yeah.
So I jammed. So I went to Shisanyama. There was this other thing called Vuma Piano.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
It was a vibe, bro. It was a vibe.
Must have been. I saw the snaps. It
was a vibe. Yeah, but both of those were very late nights, bro. That was
I wanted to come, but our wedding ended at like midnight. Yeah. So, and it was our ends. So I was like,
no way.
Let me just go sleep.
So, anyways, Christmas Day itself, I was with my family. Good food, a lot of drinks, hot jazz. We played games with like the old people. It was a vibe, bro. It was just a beautiful Christmas, man.
So the snaps, man.
Yeah, it was a very, very nice Christmas. We were in Garuga. I stayed there that night, and I was there the whole of Boxing Day. I came back the night of Boxing Day. Christmas went well. I spent the whole time with my family in Garuga. Beautiful place. Rode bikes, played games, ate incredible food, had everything to drink. It was a lovely time, man. Really good Christmas. Now,
are we going to get shot again?
Yeah, okay, let's take the shot again. Fuck it.
Just so you know,
we're taking a Christmas shot, man.
But it wasn't on camera.
To celebrate, but alas, we must go again. Shout out Jameson UG. Lovely. No, I can't take off.
And shout out you patrons, man. You guys have kept us going throughout the year.
Merry Christmas, patrons.
Merry Christmas. Now, we already started talking about this, but now we have to repeat.
Yeah. So, what we're discussing is the Christmas message that we sent to the patrons. I think most of you saw our Christmas poster designed by yours truly. That we posted on all our socials and on all our private pages and whatnot. Now on Patreon, we posted that, but with an extra message. So we came under a bit of fire for that message. So I just want Sido to read it and then we're going to discuss it. So, Sido, you
Cool.
start. Yeah.
So I'm sure a bunch of you saw the poster, like a black thingy.
Yeah.
So it says Merry Christmas Mobsters. Title.
That's the heading, yeah.
Text. Body.
Body.
Yeah, body.
Body.
We might not agree that Jesus died for our sins, but we can all agree that he was born. In brackets. Of a virgin? I don't know, lol. Merry Christmas, guys. As you can tell, we gave ourselves a bit of a break, but we shall be back after the festivities with an end-of-year episode and then a bunch of other episodes to hold you guys down while we take our giant break. Until then, happy holidays.
Yeah. Now, most of that message is cow. But obviously, the problem area is the very first sentence. So just read that first sentence again.
We might not all agree that Jesus died for our sins,
Comma.
but we can all agree that he was born.
Brackets. Open brackets.
Of a virgin? Question mark. I don't know, lol.
Full stop. Close brackets. Now, I need to first start by saying that, like, all the patrons who came up to me about this thing came to me with love. So they didn't come mad at me. They didn't come, like, spitting fire. They came to me with love and just told me that they felt a way about the post. And they felt that, like, that sentence could have been removed and the post would have been covered. Yeah, now I need to say that post obviously was meant as a joke. It was meant on some tongue-in-cheek shit. But the point of this conversation is we're trying to, I'm trying to figure out what is acceptable. When is it acceptable to joke about religious things? When is it acceptable to crack on religion or on spiritual belief or, things like that? I want to know because, me, I thought that was a jokeable moment, but we're gonna get to it. So I want to first know what Sido thought of that post, and then we can delve further. Yeah.
All right. As I was saying before, I'm Christian, believer, born again, grew up Anglican. Yeah. And I'll say, compared to many other religions, I can't speak for them, but I'll speak for myself. Christians tend to be more tolerable towards jokes. Yeah. In comparison to other people I've seen. Doesn't mean they don't. I can see why people don't like it being joked about because it's your belief system. Like, that's what you've grown up knowing. Yeah. However, the one thing I also appreciate is that, at least on this pod, we're not in an echo chamber. People believe different things. I mean, on this pod, I'm a Christian. He's not a believer. Casper is a believer. Wendy, you're actually the odd man out.
Yeah, Wendy is a super believer.
Yeah. And it's not an echo chamber, so we hear very many varying points of view. But I think the issue is now when it becomes a joke, is where people are like, hey, man, relax. But of course, there are the jokes that are, like, you've seen those Instagram reels of what the Old Testament would look like today, blah, 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 blah. And it's funny. But I think when it becomes a joke that can I don't think the word is mock. That's not the word.
Yeah,
but a joke that takes light of the belief.
That's the word that someone brought up. They basically said, there's a thin line between, joking and mocking.
Did that all come to you, by the way, directly? Because the comment I saw didn't have this.
Yeah, they
it was
came
in
to
the
me
inbox,
directly.
yeah?
They came to me
Cool.
directly, yeah. What, was there a comment on that post?
Yeah, happy holidays to you.
Oh,
too.
nice,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, you were saying about the mocking thing?
No, I just wanted to point out that they called it mocking.
Yeah, I think that's where the issue is, because people joke about religion a lot. But it's when it becomes almost like, that people are like, okay, relax. This is what we believe. Is there room for jokes? I think so. But now if the joke... is that thing tilted? No, it's my OCD. Yeah. There's a way it can rub people the wrong way. Was I rubbed the wrong way by it? No, because I know you and I know what you meant by posting it. Will I take it deeply? No. Again, because I believe it, I know you well enough, which is the benefit of that thing you said earlier. Yeah, in the footage that got deleted. So I didn't take it anyway. It's just I know what I believe. I choose to believe it. It's not persecution to me. but I will also not take the thing deeply. I'll be like, hey man, it was a joke. We move.
Yeah.
Is that right or wrong? I don't know. But at least that's my way of thinking. If I didn't know you, then maybe I'll be like, man,
Yeah.
there's a way it is. Yeah.
You know, actually, I think that maybe I've cast the net a bit too wide. Because there's a difference between cracking jokes about a religion or about a belief and cracking jokes about like the leader of that religion or like
there's that
you
as
dig
well.
it like the
Like you can crack a joke about Noah and the ark.
yes. It's easier to crack on Noah,
Yeah.
on Abraham, on the other guy, but on Jesus himself,
Yeah.
it becomes trickier. Or even when it's a question of like, for example, this religion is Christianity. So if you're cracking a joke about Christ, it's more expected for people to be more sensitive about that.
Definitely.
That's for sure.
Definitely.
Now, this is my thing. Firstly, we need to acknowledge that we had acknowledged when the camera had gone off that obviously there's other religions where jokes are not accepted at all.
Yeah.
When it comes to their like with Islam, you can't crack a joke about Muhammad.
Yeah, you can't.
And obviously that means you also can't crack a joke about Allah. Right? Now, Christianity, where Christ is the Father, the Son, and the Holy, like it's a Trinity. So Christ is God. I understand why people would be a bit sensitive about cracking jokes about him. There's even this like do you remember this satire that was on Netflix? I think it was like a Brazilian satire, but about Jesus.
I didn't see
And it was wild, bro. Like they were like, it was a crazy satire. It got banned.
I'm careful with media because maybe okay, this ties into a conversation because
Yeah,
I'm
it
careful
does.
with those things.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't know if the portrayal is the one.
That's the thing. Like in this one, it's a satire, I think, about the life of Jesus, and they're like, what's the word when it's like a parody of Jesus' life. People did not like it, bro. It got banned. People like petitioned against it.
Yeah, I don't watch those ones.
Then there's a series called Messiah.
I know Messiah.
Now on Netflix as well.
Yeah.
In my opinion, spectacular series. People were rubbed the wrong way by that series, though. And in that one, this guy he doesn't claim to be the Messiah, but he's doing Jesus-like stuff. You dig? And he kind of looks like the traditional depiction of Jesus, like long hair, like kind of like Arab looking. Like, you dig it? So people felt away about that one. It also got cancelled after the first season because guys weren't fucking with it. So I think in general, depictions of Christ that aren't accurate, I guess, to what the Bible says are frowned upon. I think that's fair to say. Now, to the point of cracking a joke, I feel like Christianity, especially as Protestants, like you said, it's not the strictest of religions, right? It's not a religion that takes itself too seriously. That's part of the point, I feel like.
I think it does.
No, let me land.
Okay.
I feel like Protestants broke away from the Catholics because the Catholics shit was just a
Fair.
bit stricter.
I mean, Protestant. It's in
Exactly.
the name,
Like,
yeah.
it was on purpose. It was, to be fair, there were most likely also political things and whatnot. But growing up Protestant, we've always known that, like, Catholicism is stricter than us.
Yeah.
That's a fact. Now, also when you think about, like, okay, at least for me, while I was still a believer, because I also grew up a believer. Towards the tail end of my belief, my understanding of God was not a God that cared about, like, petty things. You dig it? Like, I kind of rate God. I rated my God. I never thought that, like, my God would be offended by, like, just very, like, human things. You know what I mean?
I hear it.
So I always thought that, like, okay, Carl, so we believe in this God, but do we also believe that he can, like, read between the lines and he doesn't see things as, like, strictly black and white, the way it's kind of, like, depicted in the Bible, kind of like you either sin or you haven't sinned. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I kind of believe that God would be able to, like, pick things apart. And okay, I know this guy, he did this thing because of this. He's not actually, like, a bad person, like that. So same thing with, like, these jokes. I be thinking that guys will know that obviously, like, this person doesn't mean it in an offensive way. So why would I take it offensive? Why would I be offended by it if I know that this person doesn't mean it? And if me, I can tell that this person does not mean to be offensive.
Yeah.
What about God?
I hear it.
You dig
I
it?
hear it.
I don't
I
know.
hear it. I hear it.
I don't know. For me,
Here's
that's
the
kind of
thing.
how I see it.
I'll give you this as context. Because this one was a what's the word? A physical interaction. About 2 years ago, you know, outside on Boxing Day, you know, Acacia, we were at Millennium Rooftop Terrace. And we were chilling. And it's just me, one of my boys who's also a believer, and a bunch of guys. And I remember, of course, it's Christmas Eve, so next day is Christmas. And they start cracking jokes as well. Yeah? So me and my boy, we look at each other, we're like, Like, these jokes are a bit hard to laugh at because, you know, they're also Bible verses that, I mean, it's not exactly the context, but, you know, there are Bible verses that say, like, do not use God's name in vain, blah,
That's
blah,
a
blah,
very
blah, blah, blah.
important.
Things like that.
That verse is so important.
But there's also
Do
the
not use
context
that
of the
God's
verse.
name in vain. Like,
Yeah.
that's definitely the basis of all of this shit.
Yeah.
Guys have always felt that, like, speaking kind of out of turn about God equals to using his name in vain, right? Is that what it means?
It could be interpreted that way, but I don't think that's the context of the verse.
Okay, what's the context?
I would need to read it again because
Okay,
I think the context is it's not in the commandments. I'll get it.
But to use something in vain, what does that mean?
So the context is basically, and I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't have a verse on me right now.
Yeah.
But the context is...
you can Google. You be Googling.
Actually, let me just Google it. Let me Google it. Give me a
Because for
moment.
me, in my brain, like, to use something in vain means that you're kind of wasting it, is it?
In a way, yes.
Yeah, because I've wasted it as if. I've used it in vain.
It is a commandment.
Uh-huh.
Yeah? So, yeah.
Do not use the Lord's name in vain, meaning...
So, ideally, I would say, like, in another version, it says, do not use it in a manner that is wicked, worthless, or for wrong purposes. I think the word worthless is where this
wicked, worthless, or for wrong
Yes,
purposes.
I think that's where this would lie. So, I guess that's where, for me, cracking a joke about it, I would not crack a joke. Like, even that day when guys were cracking their jokes, man, my boy sat there.
What
Like,
kind
man,
of jokes were guys cracking? Do you
hey,
remember?
wow, those jokes, man. I said, like, you guys even believe? Like, man, why would you? Like, you think that guy died for your sins, blah, blah, blah. And then they continue. It was like a rabbit hole, bro. So me and my boys were just there like, ugh.
Now that's mocking. Okay, that feels
Tough.
more like
Tough.
mocking than my shit. Because, okay, look at it this way. First of all, I'm not atheist. I'm agnostic.
Okay.
'Cause I see the
There's
value.
Clear difference.
I see the
Yeah.
value in
Belief.
religion and in belief. I see the value in it. I just don't believe in it
Okay.
anymore. But I understand it. I respect it. And, like, I understand why people believe in it.
Yeah.
Like, but there's certain aspects of religious belief, or of, let's just keep it on Christianity,
Yeah.
right?
Because
On
you
the
grew up,
story
you
of
grew up
Christ,
Protestant, so that's the
certain
one thing.
aspects on the
Yeah.
story of Christ, or even just generally stories in the Bible. There's certain bits that are funny, like even if they are miraculous, it's
I get
still
it.
funny.
I get it. There are times I also be dying.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's still funny. Like, so the aspect of Christ dying for our sins, as an agnostic, I don't even believe in sin.
Okay.
You dig? So it doesn't mean to me what it means to other guys. So obviously, if I don't believe in sin, then I don't believe that Christ died for our sins. So that's the first bit. I might not all believe that he died
First, let
for
me
us.
understand that. Just to understand, because I don't understand agnosticism. That word plays me. But I want, what is sin? And is sin wrong and wrongdoing different to you? And what is wrongdoing? Does that mean it's always black and white, like good or bad? Is there a gray?
I think
But that's long.
No, I think that, like, if you want to discuss, like, wrongs, evil, like, bad, like, all of those things, are context specific to me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, it's wrong sometimes, it's not wrong other times.
Okay.
You dig? Then, of course, there's things that are just objectively wrong all the time. Like, maybe like killing children or stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but sin, I think sin in general presupposes that there's like rules that have been sent from God that human beings must abide to. And I don't believe in that part. So
Okay.
I just believe that it's just like a moral code that was passed down by the people before us, and they decided to like give it a higher like or value, and they called it like God's law. Anyway, besides the point.
Yeah. Besides the point.
What was I with this?
You were still on the worthlessness, and that you were saying what the people I was with that day was more mocking than what you did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first part, we don't believe that Christ died for us in So obviously that part we don't believe, right? So in my mind, I think that like by me saying that we don't all believe that he died for our sin, I'm not negating the guys who believe that he did. I'm just stating that we don't all believe that. You dig? So that part I don't think I was mocking.
Yeah. Okay.
The part that could be called mocking is the
virgin thing.
by a virgin part,
Yeah.
right? So we all agree that Jesus was born. Because for sure Jesus had to be born.
I mean,
don't
historically,
think I
there's
don't
also
think he's
proof.
made up. Yeah.
There's
I don't
proof
think he's
that,
made up.
yeah.
I think Jesus was a person or many people. And, you know, like, he existed or they existed. Now, the born by a virgin bit. Relax. Many people disagree with that one.
Okay.
The born by a virgin bit, granted, miraculous if it's true. But relax. You know what I mean? Like, so it's things like it's bits like that that are funny to people who are not within the religion. But I understand that it was called the divine birth. I understand that the divine birth is an important part of that story. But it's not so important that it can't be laughed at, in my opinion. Because it has never happened before. It has never happened since. You dig it? So I think that it's funny.
Okay. I mean, I hear where you're coming from.
I'm not saying you guys are. I'm not saying Christians are stupid for believing that the divine birth happened, right? I just think that separate from the story of Christ, if you spoke of a divine birth, we would look at you funny. If you came and said, "Bro, I don't know how much you got pregnant, bro." But she's pregnant. We've never even smashed. But she's pregnant, and it's from God.
Yeah.
Would be like, brother.
Now
we need to sit you down.
I get what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
So like things like that. I don't know. I think that in those types of situations, like it's okay for us to kind of laugh. Like me laughing shouldn't make it any less true for you.
Okay, let me put it this way.
Yeah.
One, I understand everything you've said. Do I believe? I still believe. Will I say I believe in the virgin birth? I still do. Well, it's in the Bible, and one of the scriptures is all scripture is God breathed. You know, blah, blah, blah. Is that that thing in Timothy? First Timothy. So here's the thing. I think first of all, shout out to the patrons for coming with love. I know many people would come with anger, man. But shout out you guys for still being loving and stuff. So again, I'll go back to why I wasn't offended by it. It goes back to the fact that I know you. Yeah. And I would also figure what you've just said is what I figured. I was like, hey man, like it's coward. Does that affect my personal belief? No. I think the problem people have, which might also be, I don't know the word for it, but let me just explain it, is the holiday is primarily for Christians. Is it that day Jesus was born? No. Definitely not that one. It also has historical context to it. So that day, that's why you see a lot of guys also have a problem with the word happy holidays. They're like, we get the holidays sour, but it's Christmas. Same Merry Christmas. You've had that debate, yeah? Like happy holidays, what do you mean? Which is something I would expect, say, someone who is an atheist to use, like happy holidays, because Christmas, questionable. So I think the issue many people have is, this is a Christian holiday.
Respect it as such.
Respect it as such. Yeah. The virgin thing, I get why people are mad. Okay, not mad. I mean, however you felt. I get it. Would I be mad about it? No. Because for me, my belief is still my belief. And even if I were coming from an evangelical point of view man, I want to share my faith with you, it would not be the first thing that comes to mind, because now the scientific ones are the hardest to deal with. When they tell you, man, the guy moved the mountain, you're like, that was an earthquake, man. Relax. Yeah,
it's
you know?
tricky.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
also, do you think it's a thing of like you're only allowed to crack jokes if you're inside the club? Like, you know how
Like how we
black
say
people
pause.
can crack on, like how black people can crack on other black people. Certain jokes that white people can't crack.
Yeah, I hear it.
Do you think that maybe it's a thing of only Christians can crack that joke?
Okay, still recording, so it's fine. Maybe, but I still don't think the jokes, as you said in the beginning, I don't think the jokes are directed towards the apex of the faith, like Jesus. Guys will crack jokes about characters.
Yeah,
They'll be like, David, man, what were you looking at babes for? Yeah. But
not at
yeah,
Christ,
the
not at
apex,
God, not at the Holy Spirit.
Because I think you can crack jokes at the humans.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if it's the person who is the epitome of the faith, that's a bit different now. Like, finding a Christian cracking a joke about Christ. Yeah, not many. That's the truth. Even me, I wouldn't. But with David, that guy was one of us. He's a human.
Yeah.
Whatever he did, we'll talk about it. So I think that's where the difference is. And also, the Christian portrayal of Christ is perfection. This guy didn't sin. Like, he was God. So again, it's somehow, because you're still cracking jokes about the apex. And I guess you had a point with that one.
Question.
It's a tricky one.
If his birth wasn't divine, how much does that take away from, like, I don't know, like his validity?
His
Does that
what?
just make him now equal to all the other people in the Bible if his birth wasn't divine?
I don't think that's a major, well, to me, again, opinion. I don't think it will change much for me. Maybe it would actually.
Was Muhammad, did he have a divine birth?
I don't know.
First check.
I actually
that.
don't know.
Check that. I suspect he did. That was a big deal.
I think Muhammad was human.
I think
But
there's
let
a
me
lot of other
confirm.
like religions that have people who are also born like in a divine way.
Let me confirm.
That was a big deal. Purity was a big deal. So for like the
type was Muhammad. They first bring Salah. Muhammad Salah did.
Yeah. Muhammad Salah definitely had a divine birth.
you know a guy, there's an election where he was second and he wasn't standing.
Mo Salah.
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I think divine birth might have.
No. Muhammad was not divine.
not
He
divine.
was, but his birth is considered a miraculous event in Islam.
Why?
Falling stars, flames, comets, and a loud scream from Iblis. I don't know what Iblis is. So I think it's the things that happened
when he was born.
Yeah. Again, this is AI. So if you're Muslim and you know, please tell us.
Yeah. Educate.
But it's considered a prophet. So I guess that's not divine birth. Because I guess divine birth is like you're God, you're not a prophet.
I don't know. I truly don't know.
I don't know much about Islam.
That's not the only divine birth for sure.
I mean,
Can you ask it if
like
there are any
Buddhism,
other divine
I'm
births?
sure I've had things like that. I mean, even like Egyptian mythology.
Yeah, I think even
Think
the
about
Egyptians
Zeus and
had
his
one.
boys.
Yeah. But see if there were any other divine births besides Jesus, like in religion. Are there any other religious beliefs that had divine births?
Yes, in so many. Oh my God, it's a list.
It's a list of
It's-
how many?
Bruh.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they're
Hella divine births.
yeah, they're mob. I
So
guess
this
it's because Christianity is the most popular one.
Yeah, but also that's the type of stuff that kind of like maybe believe even less. That's the kind of stuff that made me believe even less.
Okay.
That like mess with my belief. Because like you realize how, I don't want to say how common the story is, but how many similar stories there are to Christ.
What are they called? Abrahamic religions
The stories are
always
similar.
tend to be not the same, similar, as you said.
the stories are
So there are a lot of similarities with Islam and
But
Christianity.
maybe it's not even just the Abrahamic religions.
Yeah, even the mythology.
Yeah,
I mean,
there are more
think
of-
about this. Ra is the god of sun in Egypt. In Egyptian mythology, which is not Abrahamic, but he also had a divine birth.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it. So I hear you.
I don't
And that
know.
was mythology.
Yeah. This pod is not about agnosticism, but it's just about like, I don't know. I just thought it was an important conversation for all of us to have, and just for us to like ponder jokes and like jokes with religion involved. Now, for me, I'm always gonna laugh at a funny religious jokes. Like I love all those TikToks of like, oh, Mary on live after, you know what I mean? Or Joseph. That recent one I saw was Joseph. Joseph doing a live after the birth of Christ.
Funny. It's always funny.
So I think that those are always going to be funny to me. But I can understand guys who don't think those are funny. I think we still need a better explanation for the God's name in vain thing. But maybe
I mean, it's a commandment. It's the third commandment of that.
Not use the Lord's name in vain.
Yeah.
I'm still not completely sure what that means. When am I using it in vain and when? Anyway, well, I feel we'll get to it one day.
I guess what I said is probably it, but there's also the time when Jesus was being tempted. Remember the time? And I think there was that time when the devil was saying, call the Lord's name and turn these stones into bread, something like that. And then Jesus says something along the same lines. Do not choose God's name. I'm not sure if it was in vain. I would need the exact wording, but I think that's a general statement, like using it in like worthless ways. And there's also a verse that says, well, as a Christian, do not engage in unmeaningful or pointless conversation, something like that. So I think that's where a lot of it is drawn from. But I also just think even someone who has not read the verse or not completed the Bible and read all the verses will still be like, man, joking about the real guy in the religion is where the issue is. The virgin thing, I think it's also because it's related to his birth now. I think that's a general sentiment. Would I be touched about it? No, because my faith stays and I know the person who has cracked the joke. I would rather just remove myself from the situation if it gets too deep.
Yeah.
Like now if you're mocking, I'll just be like, hey, let me walk away or let's chill, change the conversation, something like that.
I really wish that the opinion of some like a very devout Christian was represented here.
I
Maybe
am.
you guys can
Relax.
Okay.
No, I'm
Like
playing.
you lean more on the liberal end.
I'm
on the
playing.
liberal side. You're more like understanding. I'd want to know like what people think, people who are really like strict about their belief.
I guess tell us
I'd
in the
want to hear
comments.
their
Tell us in
opinion.
the comments.
Tell us in the
Yeah,
comments, man.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
let's-
again, the one thing I appreciate about this pod is there's no echo chamber.
Yeah.
We have people from every religion and belief. So please, all of you, tell us
yeah.
whatever it is, not just the Christians.
But that's it, man. Shout out Jesus.
Shout out Jesus, man.
He did his thing while he was alive.
He died for my sins, man.
33 years of just like
Just pure action,
fire.
man. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe like 3 years of fire. According to
Yeah,
like
because
three hot
3 hot years. That
bro.
guy started with turning the thing into wine.
Yeah.
And after that, it was just.
That guy is like the Jamie Vardy of like.
He started late.
Vardy, bro.
But
Jamie Vardy.
yeah, that's a
on
nice
God.
joke. That's
On God, that's Jamie Vardy, bro.
that's actually a fire joke. Yeah.
Okay, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do another topic, bro.
I think the next one was Abba Mayanja.
Yes.
I do not know much. I've seen the TikTok, some of them.
Yeah.
But I don't know much about it. I just saw the one about paying school fees.
Yeah. Why did I even have this topic? I just thought it was very interesting. I didn't have this kid on my radar, really.
Does he actually post the TikToks? Because I just see them
has live.
transcribed.
He posts TikToks.
Ah.
He posted. So the way it happened is, first of all, this is Jose Chameleon's son. I think his firstborn. And he took to TikTok to kind of like try to tell the world about his dad's like issue. He was kind of like venting, I guess, on the internet.
And we kind of touched on this.
Yeah, we touched
like
on
the
it in our
genesis
previous
of
episode.
it.
Yeah. So since that, I think there were maybe like 2 posts where he talked about this thing. Since then, he has come under a lot of fire. But he has rode this wave of criticism from like the media, his family, like other artists, He has rode this wave of criticism by hosting TikTok lives and just kind of live reacting to the different videos of people criticizing him, And it's been very interesting to watch.
Oh, they're criticizing him,
Yes.
not the family.
No, him.
Okay.
Him, and like, I guess people feel like he spoke out of turn, like he it's not his place to say this type of stuff about his dad. Like he was ungrateful, like he was disrespectful, like basically like he shouldn't have said anything. And some people just also feel like if you wanted to say something, you should have said it in private, stuff like that. But this Abba kid, bro, he's so smart, man. He has a response for all of these guys, bro.
How old is he again?
He's like 17.
Okay.
Every single post he responds to, bro. And he responds to like fairly well. Keeps it respectful.
If I see the numbers on his TikTok,
like number of views.
yeah, I can't see how much traction it has.
Yeah,
but
brother,
continue giving context.
Yeah, he keeps it very respectful. He sticks to like the facts. He is not a pushover. He doesn't allow these guys to bully him. Yeah, I respect it, bro. That's all I wanted to say on this topic. That I respect what the guy has done. Yeah, and I think he has also kind of emboldened other people, man, to know that like you should not be pushed. You should not be pushed around, bro. If you have something to say, you say it. Not a
Okay, I can't even find the actual page.
It's
man.
Abba, it's double B, A double B.
Yeah,
That's it.
bruh, this is how much I don't open TikTok. The app is even freezing, man. Is it just Abba?
Never mind.
Anyway,
Find it, yeah.
we'll find it. Look, yeah, first of all, I like to be respectful of these things because I know we have a bunch of friends in the family. So I also do not know what's happening in the family. Is this the one? Because I see the views are in the millions, man.
Yeah, that's him.
Okay.
That's him.
Okay. The views are in the millions. Crazy. I'll say with these things, because again, we have friends in the family, and I don't like to comment without context. And I also don't want to lose friendships. One, I do not know why. I can see why he wanted to make this public. I do not know why it has to stay that way. Like the responding just keeps fueling things, yeah. And I don't have much context about the videos, so I can't even say particular topics. But do you ever see like a need for someone to respond to family things publicly? I mean, the father is a public figure, fair. But do you ever see the reason behind it?
Okay, personally, I know a lot of families are not on speaking terms, bro.
Fair.
A lot of families don't talk, bro. So these types of conversations cannot be had. Also, I think that, like, at least for him, the way I see it, I think he was coming from a place of, like, just frustration, bro.
Okay.
So there's a chance that these conversations have been had in the past. Casper sent me a video the other day of his mom also doing an interview.
A team, is it?
Yeah, something like that. Doing an interview and just saying how, like, she left because this guy was drinking too much, bro. So I think there's maybe been something that has been going on. So I feel like this kid was just like, man, I've had it. Like, even in that post, I think he was mainly talking to the enablers, because he was talking to the promoters, people who keep on booking him, people who, like, the family not stopping him, not, like, calling him out.
And to be fair, he's 17.
Yeah, like, he was addressing the family, but in such a, like, in a public way, hoping that, I guess, the public pressure would force them to get his dad help.
I can see that. Okay,
worked.
that makes sense. That makes sense.
The dad is, I think the dad is now in the States getting a treatment that he needs. So it worked. It worked, I guess you could say. And he keeps saying, bro, I love my dad, bro. Me and my dad have a wonderful relationship. He keeps saying that.
Okay. Do you see the need for him to continue responding?
Like
because
up to now?
That makes sense. Yeah, I can see why he did it. And I mean, when you say he was addressing promoters, of course you have to be public with it.
Yeah.
Do you see the need for him to continue?
I think right now he's like on a high right now.
Okay.
I think he's riding the wave right now. Because that's also addictive.
It can be, man.
Yeah. Bro. That's also addictive. That's also super addictive.
I am sure.
Yeah.
When you get like our first, like 100,000 pod, man. There's something
it's addictive,
it is addictive.
Definitely addictive, man. So, yeah, man. That's all I need to say about Abba, bro. I felt
fair play to him.
I like him a lot.
Him making that move when he was that young, fair play to him. Fair play to him.
Respect.
I just want to see how far it goes, man. Because I do not see why it's continuing, but maybe he has a reason to that we don't know about. So, yeah.
All right.
New Transformers movie.
Oh, brother, speaking of movies, man. Was the judge of you, the movies you've been watching, did it get kept in or had the thing cut off? No, I think it did, yeah.
Probably got kept in, yeah.
Yeah, man. So during this festive period, I've also been catching up on some things. I started Ozark season 3 finally.
I've never watched any episode of
Ozark's too good, bro.
I always mean to start it and I never do.
Yeah, I've started Ozark season 3. I'm on episode 2. Enjoying it so far. What did I start? I watched The Platform 2. Have you watched The Platform? 1 or 2?
1.
I watched 2.
I didn't know there was a 2.
Yeah, there's a 2.
I watched.
I'm actually still watching 2. But now the thing that I watched and finished was a new Transformers.
Transformers 1?
No.
Which one?
It's called Transformers. All I know is it's black, bro.
Black?
It's black. The African Americanized Transformers, bro.
Are you serious? Because the only one I know is
Transformers.
Transformers 1. Like
No.
the animation.
It's a current Transformers, bro. The
Is
newest one.
it?
It's a black boy that's well, not black. He's kind of like Mexican.
Okay.
Black
Hispanic.
Mexican, yeah. It's like in Brooklyn, New York.
Is it? Why don't I know
It's the
about
newest
this?
one, right? 2024.
I
Brother,
don't see any 2024 movie here.
Transformers.
The
2023.
latest is 23, Rise of the Beasts, which I watched,
This is
and Transformers 1.
what's this one about?
Rise of the Beasts is the old Transformers things that were like gorillas. Or
Yeah, just don't want to look at the guy. The guy is black.
Oh, this is what you mean. Okay.
Yeah. The guy is black.
This is 2023. I watched it. I
Yeah.
watched it in the
Oh
cinema.
my god, bro, that movie
Yeah.
is so hard, bro.
You know when you say black, I was thinking of that actual Transformers.
Is it from
being black.
2023?
Yeah, it's from
Oh
2023.
man, Transformers is so hard, bro. Yo, hold on. I'm really trying to deep it. I don't think I watched the Transformers. I
Rise
did
of the
enjoy,
Beasts.
bro.
That's the one where there were the Autobots, but then there were also like the original
Maximals.
beasts. Yeah, like the gorilla
Funny
thing, the
though,
bad thing.
Funny thing, those
Yeah.
guys there are not the originals, bro. These Optimus guys are older than them.
Okay, yeah, the primes, yeah, fair.
Yeah.
But they're from a
They're from
particular
a different,
planet.
yeah, they're from a
yeah.
different
I
planet.
remember it now.
And for them, instead of turning into cars, they turn
They turned
into
into beasts.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember that.
That
movie was
so
fire.
hard.
That movie was.
That
Let me
movie
actually
was
first see what it's
so
rated. Let me see
hard,
what it's
bro.
rated. 6 out of 10.
6. Yeah, you know those guys will rate it something like that.
Yeah.
It was cold, bro. Really enjoyed that,
That movie is cold.
Really, really enjoyed that movie.
But I'll tell you this: Transformers as a franchise dipped at some point, yeah. Because I think after Transformers 2, it's always the first 2 that are fire. 3,
Shia LaBeouf Transformers were fun.
yeah. 3, Dark of the Moon. I think it was also Shia LaBeouf.
No,
but
it was Matt Damon.
Matt Damon was 3. I thought Matt Damon was 4. Because there's Edge of Extinction, which is 5.
Also Matt
Then
Damon.
then there's 1 before. Okay, maybe 3.
I don't know. Me, to be fair, bro, me, I've enjoyed all the Transformers.
No, there's one that bothered me. I think it was
Bumblebee.
3.
And I watched Bumblebee.
Bumblebee.
But it must
I
be
enjoyed
hard.
Bumblebee.
It must be hard.
I think I enjoyed Bumblebee. Look, here's the thing, yeah? Let me explain this in the most basic way I can explain it. There is something about raw, pure action that makes it count. Like, do you know spectacle? Like, these are robots that can transform into cool cars that beat each other. Basic. It's that basic.
You know, I think I kind of like what they were doing with this one. Because you can see they're trying to create a universe.
Yeah, they
I
were.
love when guys do shit like that. And this universe, I feel like, has so much
I'm
potential.
not a big fan of the Marvel Universe.
I was.
Oh, okay, fair.
When
fair,
they
fair.
started.
Okay, before.
Yeah,
okay.
when they started. They did too much. But this
They
one, I can see what
overcome.
they're doing. I feel like, first of all, I feel like this first movie was so well executed.
Which one? Rise of the Beast?
Yeah, I think they
Yeah,
did
okay.
it so well.
Fair.
So I think that if they continue with that same trajectory, they might build something worthwhile, bro.
Okay, so the thing is, when I'm looking at ratings, I like to look at audience score because critics can be paid off.
Facts.
By companies and rival companies.
Yeah.
Audience score is still 6 out of 10.
Mad.
But again, this is Transform. I feel like it came out at the wrong time because I remember it came out in 2023 during the summer, which was with a bunch of other good movies.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I didn't see any
You watched
promo. I
Transformers
didn't
1?
see anything.
The animation.
Not yet.
Watch it, man.
It's hard.
Spectacular. If you're an animation guy again,
Yeah,
and
might.
you are, so you might.
Yeah.
Because Transformers 1 has such a high rating. If I remember properly, it was kind of like when you see Spider-Man and then the Spider-Verse cartoons, something like that. But 7.6 out of 10. That's Transformers 1. And the cast was like Chris Hemsworth, Scarlett Johansson,
Hard.
Key, Michael
Hard,
Key.
hard.
But Rise of the Beasts was so fire. I'm trying to remember. Is it the one at the end where they're fighting on some thing that's up?
Yeah.
Okay. That movie was hard. I remembered it properly. That movie was hard.
That movie was too tough.
That movie was
bro.
too hard. What else are you watching?
I started Vinland Saga. It hasn't hit yet. Hasn't
I
hit
think
yet.
it's called, you guys.
Right. Do you watch it in the original language?
Yes.
Japanese.
Yeah.
I don't know yet. don't
I
know
think it's too. You're
I've
watching
seen
it on
there's
Netflix?
I've seen there's New Castlevania,
Is
like
it?
Noctana or some shit like that.
Oh, the
yeah.
separate thing,
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
like
yeah.
Baki and
Yeah,
Baki Han.
yeah,
I
yeah,
get you.
yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it.
So I might watch those other Castlevanias. So I'm already used to the animation. I'm used to the
Yeah.
style. Vinland Saga looks like I have to let it kind of grow.
Vinland Saga is definitely. It's. I will say it's much like all the anime where the story gradually grabs you. It's not like it immediately hits, but it's more. Yeah, it's a grower. Pause.
Yeah, I might need to watch that one a bit more. It hasn't hit yet.
But over this period when I was watching these movies, I started watching Naruto again. I told you, from episode 1.
Watching what?
Naruto.
Naruto. Okay.
Still have like 700 episodes to go now.
It's too much.
But I'll tell you about this one. They are short because they're those anime episodes where if you check the songs, they're now like 10, 20 minutes. Then the beginning part of this episode is literally the end of the
Of the
next.
last
So
one,
it's
yeah.
probably like 15 minutes. So it's. But I realized something, yeah, about the way anime has changed. So Naruto was, I think the first episode came out in 2000, if I'm not mistaken. Those guys focused on story. I think because they didn't have the animation. Like a lot of animation nowadays is very spectacular. Focuses on spectacle. So think Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer had a fire story. But it also had fire animation. These Naruto guys have story. Okay. Those characters are built, but I guess there's also 200 episodes to build a character. I'm only on episode, I think, 19 right now. Because I finished it before, but I'm just rewatching. And bro, you can see why every character does. Like back in the day, they focused a lot on storytelling, and that's what I love. Will I do it for 200 episodes? There are some arcs I will skip because I know them like beginning to end. Yeah. But I miss that kind of anime. And there's not much like that nowadays, man. Because it's very animation heavy and, of course, money, so they have to rush it to make it. I mean, you're looking at things like 7 Deadly Sins. Fire manga, animation, ass.
Really?
Ass, bro. Like, it was good the first 3 seasons, then, like, the fight everyone waited for. You watched 7 Deadly Sins? But this hard guy, like, a main guy is too hard. Like, I don't know if they have power levels according to numbers, so they tell you this guy is like 7,000, man. So imagine the average guy is like 2K. This guy is like 7K. The guy who is fighting is over the sun demon, and he's strongest at midday because the sun is overhead. So you have 1 minute of pure power.
Fighting. Yeah.
So in that 1 minute, we're expecting the animation to be crazy because now for him it's like at 12K. And this guy who's at 7K, he keeps dying, yeah? So like the more he dies, the more humanity, it's like a curse on him. Each time he dies, to save some other babe who is also cursed, he loses a bit of his humanity. The more
So
humanity, he becomes more powerful but more demon-like. Yeah. So now at this point he's now like at 11K. This guy is fighting is at 12K. In the manga, you need to understand. That fight was what? It was like 4 chapters, but it's 1 minute. In the animation, man, it's just 2 guys standing and it's just their hands moving. I was like, this is so ass, bro. Yeah, but it's because they rushed the project. And I miss that, man. So I'm looking at like Jan, we have the new season of Solo Leveling. They released the movie in December. I hope it's not the same
They released
story.
the movie?
Yeah. Solo Leveling, Reawakening.
I need to watch
I'll
that.
send you the link.
Yeah,
I have the link, don't try.
Toronto.
Yeah. Bro Max. I'll send it to you. But it's basically end of season 1 and first 2 episodes of season 2
Hard.
in a movie. Yeah. But it came out this. I've not yet watched it because I had to watch it right before the episode.
Like 3 hours.
Like 2 maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll send you the link. But yeah, that's what I've been watching, man.
I watched the One Piece live action. Also.
How did you like it?
Very decent, bro. I've never watched. I've now watched it One
Piece.
So I didn't have a lot of context. All I could see were like similar images to what the anime
like what
is
you've seen, yeah.
But man, I enjoyed it pure. Like I could tell that One Piece was made for kids.
Mm-hmm.
They
Very
kept the vibes
kiddish.
Yeah,
bro.
they kept the vibes very like made for kids.
Yeah.
Mostly no blood. The violence is like it's choreographed. It's not a very violent like show. You know what? It's very playful.
It's not.
It's very fun. It's very endearing. It reminds me a lot of Avatar.
I hear it.
I think they have like similar like.
I hear it.
Yeah.
I can see what you're saying.
So I enjoyed it a lot, man.
Did you finish it?
I finished it.
I'm trying to remember where it ends. It ends after them getting the village back, yeah? The chick's village.
Yeah,
That's when you end.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the first arc.
that's the first half.
I'll tell you this. One Piece, the live action, is exactly the anime,
Really?
which is exactly the manga. And it's because they got the creator of the manga to produce the live action. Like
And
he's the
but
same
see how
guy.
they shortened it, like that shit that takes. I don't know how long is the first arc.
It's like 40 episodes. Man.
Cut
long,
it
it's
down
long,
to
it's long, it's
8,
long.
bro.
Yeah, but a good 8.
Yeah, crisp 8.
Because
I'm not mad.
there's a bunch of stuff they left out, but a bunch of stuff they left out is also filler. So, for example, that first part where they rescue him from that boat in the beginning, like the first episode, those are like 3 episodes in the thingy. Yeah? Him getting rescued from that underground thing. Him getting the gum fruit, whatever it's called, that's like another 5 episodes.
Are you
Man.
serious?
Yeah, so there's a lot of filler, but I really liked it.
Yeah, no, I like the
I'm
live
waiting.
action for sure.
It's been a while. I don't know if they're still doing another season, but they have to. They have to because that thing was spectacular. And I think that's the one thing a lot of people miss, like sticking to source material. But I guess it's hard for some things like Game of Thrones. The guys never finished the books. They had to close the show, man. What do you do? But sticking to source material is important, man.
Anyway, bro. Yeah, man, I think we should end it here, actually.
Fair.
Again, guys, a sweet hour. Yeah, man, maybe we'll do another episode on just like New Year's stuff.
Before New Year's? Yeah. I agree.
No, maybe
Yes,
after
on-
New Year's.
okay, New Year's is on Wednesday,
Yeah,
man. Yeah.
Um,
After New Year's, I
yeah,
guess.
this episode will drop before, or it will drop on New Year's Eve.
Yeah, Tuesday. Yeah,
Tuesday.
makes
Drop
sense.
on New
Makes
Year's
sense. Yeah.
Um,
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, guys. Love ya. Take care of yourselves.
What
we'll be
was the
back.
thing you were saying? Kiss your girlfriend. Kiss your mother.
mom. Hug your dad. Call your chick. Text your bros. Save your money. Yeah, we'll keep adding. Those are 5. Keep adding to them.
Like, subscribe,
Follow. Pay for Patreon.
comment, especially on the first topic.
Yeah,
Give
yeah,
us your
yeah.
comments.
That's our only topic today, actually. That's a major topic, man.
We need to address that one.
Yeah.
Send DMs, man. Send DMs with love, as he said. I didn't receive any, man. I think guys knew the thing was from you, man.
Bro, reminder. We're going to be taking a break because I think we're going to post this on both the Patreon and the main. We're going to take a break in January. We'll be off the whole of January for the main pod, guys. I think the Patreons will still be fed. Yeah, but like, just give us a second. We need a break.
We need to rest, man. We need to rest.
We need to
We'll
break.
come back with bangers. Don't worry.
Yeah, man, but excited for 2025, and we'll see you guys shortly. Africa
Peace.
United.